Relationships don't last that long around these parts. So we're gonna talk to them. We're gonna talk to them and find out their secrets to how they been
to longevity. Yeah. So our guests today are.
We already talked about.
No, I know. I'm just adding on to it. Our guests today are very interesting. Thankfully I got to meet them before this actual show, and I think that the interesting thing about them is that not only have they been together 42 years, right? But they're like, without sounding like soft or nothing, they're cute with each other.
Yeah.
Which is something that I don't see in a lot of couples these days. Like they're cute with each other. Like I saw them together and they were really cute with each other. And I think
a teenage couple.
Yeah, and I think that's important. I mean, and yesterday was Valentine's Day. To shout out to everybody that celebrated Valentine's Day, and shout out to all the bitter people that didn't have anybody, so they make funny comments about Valentine's Day. But this is our special Valentine's Day episode, and we wanted to bring you something different on the Chopp Shop, which we try to do like all the time. We try to bring you things other than music. Like I was just talking about the ghost hunt that I went on before that we did on the show. We've had actors on the show. We've had activists. We've had people that run nonprofits on the show. So for Valentine's Day, even though it's not technically Valentine's Day, it was yesterday. We do our show on Thursday. We decided to do something different and bring you a couple. And to us, it's important that we also bring you, a minority couple, and I'll get into why in a minute. An ethnic couple that has been together for 42 years. And that's a long time. It's a long time in general because of the increase of the divorce rate, right? But it's also bigger in our community because it seems like in the ethnic communities, it seems like, there's more cohabitating, which is two people living together that are not actually married. Do you feel, Cash, that what I was saying is that there's a increase in divorce these days, right? Mm-hmm. As opposed to years ago. There's an increase in divorce these days.
Use that mic over there. I don't think the mic's might be acting up.
Is it acting up? Let me switch this one. 1 2 1 2. Is this one acting better? Is that one acting better? Get the sound up a little bit. Is it going up or what?
Yeah.
Is it plugged in right here?
Yeah, go
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Finish what you're saying.
All right. So what I was saying that in the ethnic community, it's like in general there's an increase in divorce, but in the ethnic communities it feels like there's more of a people cohabitating. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's a cultural thing or whatever, but I just know, like, the rise of the whole baby mama thing. Like 20, 30 years ago, there wasn't as much as that because people would marry and they would stay married. Like they wouldn't leave or anything like that. What's the point? So, do you...
People say marry, they wouldn't leave, but, I think it comes to the fact that people, like, nobody wants to live miserably. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's what it is. Back in the days, like the Catholic faith doesn't believe in divorce. So people that are Catholics, years ago, like, people would, like, and I'm not indicating all Catholics would do this, I'm just saying that, but there are women that would take abuse sexually, verbally, mentally, and they would stay with their husband because
that's the way it was.
You don't divorce, right? Like, you don't divorce. So,
women
there's an
at that time, women was treated like second-class citizens.
Yeah, women. There was a point in time where you was allowed to beat your woman as long as it wasn't with a stick bigger than like a ruler or some crazy shit like that. But what I'm saying is that over the years, relationships have drastically changed. Going back, 50 years ago, there were a lot less divorces. There was a lot less cohabitating. Now it's more of an accepted thing. So the question is it a good or is it a bad thing? Like, you could say it's a bad thing because there's less married couples, but if people were staying together because they were forced to by religious expectations or social expectations and they lived in loveless, horrible marriages, that's not good either. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk tonight about relationships. We're going to talk a little bit about some things in our relationships, and we're going to bring on our friends that have been married 42 years. And like I said, that in itself is an accomplishment, and it's sad that is an accomplishment. But the reality is being married 42 years is an accomplishment. But what you'll see when we get them on camera is that they're cute together. Like, I watch them together, and I don't use the word cute much because I'm a man, right? Except for like my son or like puppies and stuff or my daughter. But they're cute together. Like, they're like if you watch them, like, they're kind of like teenagers still. I'm not saying they're immature, but they still have that, like, I don't know. Like when you see a lot of these older couples, you see when you have like when you have like older couples, right? You ever see older couples where it's like not that they don't love each other, but it's just like they're going through the motions, right? Yeah. Like there's no like passion, or just there's no spark anymore. It's just like we're married. This is my wife. These two are like that's my wife.
Or
and they're like
too much animosity.
Energetic, you know
too
what
much
I'm saying?
Animosity because when you're together for that long, there's a lot of shit that goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like there's stuff that happened 10 years ago that they still bring up. You know what I'm saying? Like
the door.
You know what I mean?
Franchise.
There's a lot of shit that still goes on.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about? Like, what do you think about that? Like, speak on that a little bit. Like,
I was until you cut me off.
Well, I was trying to.
You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Just get over it, bro. Deal with it.
No.
Like those gray hairs in your head.
We talked about this.
Deal with it.
We had a conversation.
No, we had a text.
Yeah.
So good.
So you know, there's a lot of animosity and a lot of stuff that goes on when you've been together for so long. That's why like high school sweethearts and shit. Well, just there was like stuff that you know that you worked out through the relationship, but it never really goes away. Shit don't go away.
Like if somebody cheated.
Yeah, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or you know, just and it stays there. You know what I mean? It's still there all the time. It's not like it really goes away. And sometimes you know certain things can trigger that and bring that little animosity back towards the relationship, and things get a little bit uneasy. You know what I mean? That's how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So. That's the thing. The most challenging about having long-term relationships.
So you yourself, you've been in about 12 different long-term relationships.
12? How about 2?
So
well, I guess me and my girl right now is a long-term relationship.
So, well, let me ask you a question. Do you think that getting into relationships when you're older, it's easier to work out? Because I feel like I'm more honest in my current situation. Because of like mistakes that I've made in the past, like I feel like you learn, and I think like if you get like, for instance, like people that get married like very very young, like I think that's kind of bad because I think like I don't think that you should like I don't know I think you set yourself up for failure if like you marry the first person you ever slept with is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say you should sleep around. I'm just saying like they always wonder what's out there and. What's out there and this and that and all this other stuff. So it's like it's kind of like I don't know because there are people that are like high school sweethearts that have like been together and have stayed together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there are people.
It happens, but it's rare. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I think it is good to go out there to answer your question. It is good to go out there and test the waters. You know what I mean? And like have different experiences. Yep. So you can be more. We want to say judgmental when it comes to selecting your partner. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be like. First come, first serve type shit. Yep. You don't want that. But at the same time, when you get older and you're in a relationship, you might be a little bit more smarter. You might be a little more, you might be a little more truthful, a little bit more wiser, a little more mature. But you come with more baggage. You come with a little bit more baggage.
Well, yeah, but also you learn.
But you have past. Now you have maybe like 4 or 5 exes on your book, you know what I mean? You might have a couple kids, you might have a couple baby mamas, you know what I mean? So with that, when you get a little bit older, all that shit comes with a little bit of baggage, you know what I mean? And that make relationships a little bit crazy too, you know what I'm saying?
Some people can't handle that shit.
What we were talking about is the relation of my thing is this, right? Is like, okay, so what we were talking about, right, is that divorce is on the rise in this country. I mean, there's actually a debate on whether
I think it's been 50%.
No, they say that's actually not correct, though. I did the research, and they said 50% is not correct. It's actually a little bit of a decline, but in general, the last, 10, 15 years, it has been an increase in divorces. Now, the two things, so with the increase of divorce, the two things that have increased noticeably are cohabitation, two people, whether same sex or not, living together in a relationship and not getting married. In some states, if you live with somebody for 7 years or more, you're considered common law married, which don't mean shit. But I don't think it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. That to me doesn't mean anything. But I think there's I'm sorry.
I never heard nobody get a common law divorce.
No, you can't. You just move out.
If it legally binds you in a marriage, the common law marriage.
It doesn't really legally, but it just.
But what is it then?
I don't really know. Honestly, I don't know. But the increase has been
I don't know about. We gotta look at it.
And then second,
where's our research department?
Where's our research department? Research, get on that. Slim, get on that.
And check out what's the rules.
Some states have that.
7 years, right?
Legally, but financial, meaning like for instance, I know what that means. I could own like student loans, and if we're a common law marriage, they can go after you.
Yeah, of course. Well, my thing is like I said, I never heard anybody get a common law divorce. Number one, and number two, black people we don't always, black and Spanish people, we don't always tell the man that we live together.
That's because that's a cultural thing again.
For certain purposes. No, I think it's a pimp the system.
Welfare.
Thing.
Let's just call it what it is.
Not always welfare.
Child support. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, they might want to raise the rent.
Maybe the dude got felonies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stuff like that.
So
a few different reasons.
Have a common law marriage. Where you go just as a piece of we together 7 years. He's approved. We started going.
No. I think it's more of a like legal shit, but it's not
impossible.
It's not that. But so the other thing.
It's a HUD agreement.
The other thing. Don't worry about it. So the other thing is that's been on the rise is remarriages. So the divorce rate. Check this out. So the divorce rate has increased the most in the 50 and over group, and I'm gonna tell you why I think that is, because like I said earlier.
50 and over group.
50 and over. So
because prostitution, man.
So 20, 30
prostitutes be the prostitutes.
20, 30 years ago, if 30 years ago, if you were married to somebody who beat you, cheated on you, lied to you, sometimes people would stay in a relationship because they were weak, but a lot of times...
They wasn't weak.
No, but back in the days, people would do it because of religion. I'm Catholic. We don't believe in divorce. Oh, our family's together. But now it's become more of an acceptable thing, and all the young people are doing it, so all the older people are like, I've been in this bad relationship for 30 years. All these young people are doing this. Fuck this.
That's why you think so?
Yeah, and I'm going to go get some young tune, too.
Well, because maybe...
Viagra has probably increased the 50 and over males in a divorce.
Maybe 50 is the new 30.
You've never seen
we talked about this.
All right, you never seen an old guy
we talked about this. Have you
ever seen an old guy with Viagra at the club, though?
An old guy at the club?
With the shaking the Viagra. He'd walk up to the club.
No, you have?
I've seen it before, yes.
No, he hasn't. Yeah, where was you at?
Club, old dirty bastard.
Club ego. Wow. I ain't got no girlfriend.
Ain't got no money.
Yeah.
So, guys, what you gonna say? Because I got some facts I want to do.
I don't know what I was gonna say. You cut me off.
Well, I'll cut you off with some facts. So, tell me what you think about these facts, Cash. So it says they did a poll. They did a poll of a couple thousand people about 2 years ago, and they asked them to be honest because it was a blind study. So the people.
They said they are blind people.
Yeah, that's what it meant. It meant that nobody knew that you were the one who said it, so people were more open to be honest about it. So they did a poll, and I don't agree with these numbers. I think some people lied because I think some of this is bullshit. But by this data, by this one study they did, they said that 88% of the people, 88% of people did it for love.
Did what for love?
Got married for love.
Okay.
But the thing is, and then they said then all the way to and then there was a couple different things, but the lowest one was financial stability, which was
was the lowest rating that less people.
No, for legal rights was actually for legal rights. Financial stability and legal right benefits was the smallest, and the highest ones was love and making a lifelong commitment and companionship. And then having children came after all of that, and even after that, lower than that was a relationship recognized in a religious ceremony. I think that's what people.
I think the financial stability thing is mad low because women now take care of themselves better than they ever could in the history. Probably.
I don't need no man.
Yeah, I don't need no man.
Getting paid better than man. Ain't got no job. He's like,
it's that independent woman. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so they gonna get married for love, basically. They gonna get married to somebody they really care about. Huh?
Beyonce messed up everything.
You don't blame it on B? Blame it on the Beehive?
Nah, you can't blame it.
She got
a big part of it.
There's nothing wrong
You
with
blame it on B?
She got like 75% of the blame. I love you, B, though. B, I love you.
If you watching or listening, you know what I'm saying?
So check this out.
That nigga next
So
Hold up. You gotta elaborate. Because, we gotta elaborate on why you threw Beyonce under the bus.
why you throw B under the bus for?
I didn't mean to throw B under the bus. I'm just saying they was in.
No, Jay threw me under the bus. Jay threw me under the bus initially.
I apologize, Beyonce. I'm so sorry.
No, you got to elaborate. She might agree with you. Maybe you got a good point.
No. What you mean? You want to do this? Nah. Like certain songs that's been coming out. You know what I mean? That empowered women,
Girls.
but actually overly empowered women, where women.
Is there such thing as overly empowered?
I don't know. I just made it up.
I don't think you can be overly empowered.
No, you can't.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
Super hype.
Super hype.
So I'm almost borderline anti-male.
Like
anti-man.
Yeah.
It's like Thoughts and Cardi B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They think they running the world.
Yeah,
right now,
yeah.
you know what
And
I'm saying?
that's
why these 50-year-old men are divorcing right now. They get these little young joints. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
Same thing.
Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Fuck the whole household up.
Hey, by the time, like Louis Maria, they've been together 42 years. They got 3 grown, ugly sons.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They don't.
He said I'm ugly. He said your mama said you ugly. You ugly.
He's stupid, yo.
You know what I mean? So by the time they get older, it's like. By the time they get older, it's like, we don't have no kids no more. We don't have to raise nobody. I think a lot of times couples are together just to raise the kids. And after the kids get older, like, I can get away from this bitch now. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? I think that's a big part of it.
It's checkout time.
Yeah, word.
You know what I'm saying? But, that's the thing. I mean, shit, like, that's not easy. Imagine doing over a life bid with somebody and you still love them and wake up and appreciate their ass every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's a powerful thing. Like, shit. Like, some of us got it.
Or sometime when, like, two people been together for so long, one of them died, the other one died like a week later. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
You know what you said about. What's interesting is when you talk about somebody dying. I read this thing today. Was you know how you have like the news? We got our guest host in the building, DJ Franchise from the Franchise Report in the building. I'm sure you can move that camera a little bit. I'm sure you talk closer to that one. We got DJ Franchise in the building. So I was reading this. You know how like they have those. You can pull it closer. You know how they have those love relationship advice things? Like you write to a newspaper and you like ask Susan and you do an advice thing.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting because I happened to find a paper today on accident and I looked in like it was only a few pages of the paper because the other ones were gone and one of them was an advice column and it was interesting because it made me think about how like even after your spouse dies and even if you move on, there's still like residuals. You know what I'm saying? Like meaning like let me explain what I'm saying. So the guy was unanimous and he wrote to the love column. And it was a local Rhode Island. It wasn't a Providence Journal. It was a Newport Journal or something. So the dude's from Rhode Island, definitely. So he was saying that his wife. I thought this was a little weird that his wife had only died 2 years ago, and he was already engaged. But that's whatever.
2 years is enough. I mean,
but to already be engaged, already in love. Wait a minute. But to already, all right. I'm not saying 2 years is too short to date, but to already be ready to go into marriage with somebody else. But anyways, but that's not why I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up because it was interesting because he was saying that his wife passed away from cancer, and he said that he wanted to know if it was rude, if he should or shouldn't invite the parents of the deceased wife to his new wedding. And he said basically like saying like, they're kind of pushy and everything like that. I think he was coming up with every reason because he felt uncomfortable. But the thing about it is like the person that gave the advice actually gave really good advice. They were saying, that's still the grandparents of the kids. And, they're probably still, they're still dealing with the death and everything like that. I just personally wouldn't want them to act a fool.
Yeah, that's the same shit I was
Does anybody how about that part that nobody ever says anything? Does anybody have anything they want to say that would stop this marriage? Yeah, fuck that shit. Holding up a picture of the daughter and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's 2 years.
I don't know.
Maybe even a year. Maybe even a year. Maybe a year would have been like touchy. But 2 years. But you only engaged. Not married for 2 years. Only engaged.
All right. So 2 years. The wife died. 2 years later, he's already met, fell in love, and decided he wants to be with another woman.
He could have married. He could have been grieving the whole year. Met her at the end of his grieving, and then been with her for a whole year. And
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna say something we all know. I know dudes that been in 10 years relationship and they're banging another chick 24 hours later after they break up. Like, it is what it is.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that I just found it interesting that it was that fast, but that's not the main point.
When it comes to that sentimental time and that affection, when you need somebody there at that moment in time, a lot of people meet that next person.
A lot of guys always need that time fast, though.
Baby, I'm hurt, I'm depressed, I need somebody to lean on, and that girl right there becomes that.
There
you go.
But you know, at the same time, you can't question where love is anyway.
Like they say, it doesn't take the whole day to recognize the sunshine.
A lot of people come out and be like, "Yo, you must have had that in the pocket a long time ago."
A lot of people assume that.
2 years though. I think it was like I said, a few months. Then yeah, like sometimes like
all right. What about the girl? What about the girl? What about the guy? What about the guy that got accused? What about the guy that got accused of killing his wife and beat the charge? And the lady that they was a suspect, a prime suspect in the crime, he ended up marrying her 2 years later.
But that's different. They probably was together the whole time.
Of course they was. She killed the dude. That was the whole point.
No shit.
No, they did a special on it. No,
you know, kind of obvious over there.
They did a whole special on it though. They actually charged them with the murder. Actually,
good for them.
Yeah, but
they can't even write each other in jail.
It's a grieving state. You know what I mean? And when someone's grieving, you're in a vulnerable state where anybody can come in.
That's a turn off for a lot of people.
The first, yeah, it is.
That's guy's master. That's soon as guy come in. Soon as he like, oh babe, where you been at? Oh man, what he do?
He's lying.
Say what?
They call that excuse. Excuse my language.
I know you like cream soda. I bought some cream soda.
Excuse my language because we have elders in the room, but that's a shoulder and a cock.
They know this guy.
I was excusing how I talk. That's a shoulder and a cock to cry on. That's what it is. What? How about you ever seen that video with the best friend? And she's like, yo, you ever seen that video with the best friend? And the girl's like, he broke up with me, and he goes, for real? No, sir. He's pouring wine. He's like, sit close. Do tell.
I think Chris Rock called it dick in the emergency glass. Breaking with his emergency book.
So breaking in case of emergency.
Yeah.
So we got DJ Franchise from the Franchise Report in the building.
Late as usual.
He's wearing red because yesterday was Valentine's Day.
We was talking about Puerto Rican time, but it's like white time, then it's Puerto Rican time, then it's color.
Who's later? Puerto Ricans or blacks?
Well, you're the last one here. You tell us. You tell us. You tell us, Mr. Black Man. You're the last one here.
We're probably like 30 minutes later on average.
They say the latest. They say the latest of all people. No offense to my family, because I got a lot of family that are Cape Verdean, but they say the latest people are Cape Verdeans, though.
Nobody even know Cape Verdeans besides
You're right.
I didn't know what
from the Islanders.
That's like when socket and dynamite. Nobody knows what the fucking dynamite is.
So Franchise.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
So we were talking about
What did I miss?
we're talking about the increase in divorce rate in our society right now.
It's up. It's way up.
Why do you think it is though? What is your opinion?
Marriage isn't real anymore. Love isn't real anymore.
My man.
Come on. Love isn't real anymore.
You haven't been hugged in a while, have you?
It's been a long time. Besides my son, it's been a long time.
For DJ Franchise.
We got a group picture after this.
Yeah, we'll have a group picture to be just hugs. Hugs and thugs. We're going to call it Hugs and Thugs.
But for years it's been like that,
We'll play Ja Rule in the back.
We'll be like, where would I be without you?
Baby.
There's a lot of us, though. But nah, come on. For the past 3-4 years, it's been more divorce than long-term marriage.
I was gonna ask how your Valentine's Day is, but we don't need to ask that now. So do you think that? Let me ask you this question: Do you think that there's a difference in the numbers of divorce rates in the European community as opposed to like African American and Latino community?
A couple of years ago, I would have said yes, but right now, 2018, no, nobody's staying married. No,
you know the highest rate is right now is 50 and over people are the highest rate of divorces.
Seriously?
And I had a theory on that. Why it was.
Seriously?
Because 20, 30 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, and Viagra too.
Okay, let's go back 20 years.
20, 30 years ago. No, let's say 30 years ago, people would stay in a bad relationship because of a religious or social thing. But now, with all the rise of the baby mama thing, people are like, look at all these young people getting it, and Viagra has become bigger, you know. So I'll give you
30 years ago. Yeah, you would stay in a marriage due to family. You know, we got to stay together to raise this.
Religious too.
Religious. But nowadays, no. It's so easy to get out of marriage that it's an option right away. It's always
so. My reason why I asked that,
you know, it's a bad thing when you're getting married, but you're signing documents for when you get divorced.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's that called? A prenup, right?
Yeah.
Don't usually people with a lot of money do that though? Like people with a lot of money do that, right? I'm taking half your shit.
No, you can't take half the shit.
No, if you don't do that,
I bet you motherfucking J&B might got a prenup.
I bet you Hulk Hogan wish he would have got a prenup.
Within the past 3 or 4 years, how many times have you been to a wedding where if one of your boys has smashed that bride that's at the murderous wedding right now?
How many last couple of years?
Within 5 years. Let's go back 5 years.
5?
How many times have you went to a wedding?
At least two.
It's like, you know, if I didn't smash her, one of my boys has smashed her. It's not gonna last. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but that's 6. Yeah, but it's Rhode Island. All 6 degrees separation.
Nobody wanted to answer.
Exclusive woman anymore?
It's Rhode Island. It's Rhode Island. All women are separated by 6 degrees of separation.
All right, this is where the problem comes in. First of all, you're asking for too much. You're asking for like, I want my girl, like, if you let you go out of state and go get a girl and come back with her, then you're probably going to get a girl that nobody's never messed with before. Exclusive girl. But she's not going to be exclusive. She's exclusive to your city.
Right. Yeah.
So go back to where the fuck she's from. All right. So then.
She might be gangbang Jenny with her.
Yeah, exactly.
People change, man.
So then here's part 2. So here's part 2 of that question. So part 2 is, are you saying that the grooms people smash like niggas at his wedding? He's getting married to a chick and he's inviting niggas that his girl fucked with in the past. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you're saying also? So it's like, what are we talking about here?
Hurts, right?
It hurts. You know what I mean? So
I don't think that.
I've only been to one wedding. Period. I don't think I've been to one wedding ever. Anyway, I'm excluded.
You've never showed up to a wedding for one.
I've been to one wedding ever.
You know what? I know for a fact that
2 weddings.
This isn't gonna last because of. It's never happened.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
2 weddings.
That's happening to me more going to strip clubs, running to the chicks that my boys have smashed.
My last wedding was like 2011. Niggas not married now.
Last wedding I went to was 3 years ago.
I don't think it's specifically because of she might have been fucking guys and stuff like that. I think it's like motherfuckers don't even really want to get married to begin with.
I think it's because it's more acceptable.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people just do it for whatever reason it is. Like a lot of women be like, I want to get married by the time I'm 22. So they do everything they can in their whole life to find some fucking sucker to marry them by 22.
Is that the whole white picket fence?
It's been a lifelong dream.
Is that the whole white picket fence thing?
Huh?
Like white picket fence? Like the kid, the dog.
Whether you believe it or not, there's a lot of women, when they were girls, they be like, I want to have 4 kids and I want to get married by the time. And they actually live their life.
Those are the girls that
play that shit out.
No, they were watching them damn Disney movies.
No, but those people, a lot of people say that like there's like people that be together forever, you know what I mean? And as soon as that paperwork come in and they do that, everything changes. Some people stay together for the rest of their lives and they don't even get married.
No, he's right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's right.
I talked to a girl for 4 years. I talked to her for 4.5 years. Everything was good. We moved in. Didn't last 8 months. Last 8 months.
Did you guys spend like you obviously spent nights together before that? But you know what? When you move in with somebody, you start noticing their bad habits.
There you go. just like marriage.
Like, damn, your feet stink.
But that's what marriage is right now, though. We're just jumping in so quick. It's like, oh my God. It went from front to, this is your bad habit? Really? Nah,
do you think that people jump into marriages more now because they know it's more acceptable to divorce if you don't like it?
For one, you can divorce immediately. Two, it's cool.
I find it crazy when I see people with 4 marriages.
Together. It's cool, man. It's the cool thing to do.
Attention whoever your system.
It's like a tattoo. It's like a tattoo. Something that's permanent, but at the same time, you can't always get rid of it.
There are people out there that are on their 4th marriage.
Yeah,
crazy.
They like the banquets. They like the after party.
I'm not giving. Listen, after the first marriage, I'm not giving you a gift.
They did bus stop and shit, eat that food.
Y'all niggas trying to have a wedding? Sorry, we have a wedding like 6
Yo, I'm not gonna say nobody because I'm not gonna put them out there. I'm not gonna say nobody's name because I'm not gonna put them out there. But somebody that's close to me, I can't say their name because it'll put it out there. But somebody close to me recently asked me a dead serious question. They were like, "Yo, let me ask you a question." They was like, "Do you think it's rude if I give less money than I gave the first time around this person got married?" I said, "No." And that person jokingly said, "I want a refund."
I feel like, nigga, you gotta prove to me that this is gonna work.
Yeah, we did this already.
How do you prove it?
Nigga, we gotta wait 6 months before I give you a wedding gift.
If you're gonna get remarried, that's it. I'll put you on the gift.
Now I'm starting to think it's a setup.
You gotta keep the receipt in the box.
Now I'm starting to think it's a setup to get gifts and shit. I gotta fuck this. Nigga keep tricking me.
You just invented a new scam.
But isn't it a cultural thing?
It's a come up. It's a come up, though.
Isn't it culturally acceptable? Like if a person has a second kid and you gave a great gift the first baby shower, isn't it? You don't give a great gift.
You're not even supposed to have a second baby shower.
People have baby showers. Baby showers all the time.
Another conversation. That
nigga had more than one.
Another conversation.
Oh, man. I have with 2 different moms.
If it's a different woman, it should be a different one. If it should be a different one.
No, seriously, I never heard of that.
What?
So if I'm with my lady and we have multiple kids, then that means I can't get another baby shower?
No.
If you're a
It
lady,
means that people don't have to necessarily, like if someone gave you a $100 gift, they necessarily don't have to give you another $100 gift.
Technically speaking, bro. Technically speaking, dudes would be in the baby showers neither, but niggas be going to baby showers now.
Ethnic people go to baby showers.
I DJ baby showers.
This nigga George goes to more baby showers. This nigga ain't got no fucking kid, and this nigga with more baby showers than fucking me.
You know what it is about black and Spanish people? We use baby showers and 1-year-old birthday parties to throw adult parties, and the kids are just there.
Just a drink.
There'll be a DJ, an open bar. The kids fucking win. I did.
Baby showers.
But it didn't go late night though. It didn't go late night.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to a video, man. We come back.
And 2 back in. We'll be back part 2 with our couple.
Go ahead, bro. That's stupid.
Behind the scenes in the Chopp Shop right here. We got DJ Franchise in the building. What's going on, Franchise?
Today, getting old.
Yeah, getting old and everything. Right now, this is behind the scenes thing. So what's going on with the Franchise report?
Editing videos, working. We're all for a month, baby. Season 1 is done. 59 rappers came through. We got to narrow it down to 50.
Top 50.
And then take the heat.
I'm trying to be a judge.
We already talked about this on Tuesday.
We had a discussion.
How we're going to do this. So you guys are coming back within the next 2 weeks.
You want to scrape?
So when Franchise said he was coming today, he used the word invade. I think he was trying to pay us back the way we invaded his show.
You seen how he was? Come on, stop ad-libbing. You see it?
But so you guys are off for a month, and then is that to get editing, and then you guys will be back?
To get editing in, I'm gonna say this top 50 thing is gonna be something serious. We talked about it's gonna be.
So you're not gonna pick the top 50. Let's get it clear for people that are ignorant, don't understand. It's not the top 50. It's the
top 50.
Yeah, it's the top. It's the top. It's basically the top 50 of the people that have been on your show out of all the ones.
Both of you made it.
Yeah,
both of you made it.
Really?
Both of you. Yeah.
Not for that second freestyle I did. I was drunk.
I got you with the first one.
Now I look back at that one. I was like, oh God. I was actually going to ask you as a favor. Please don't post that one. So I think that. So how are you going to judge the top 50 for the Franchise report? Are you going to do like a panel?
Categories. We're going to do a panel and we're going to do categories. Delivery. Why am I talking to this one? Delivery. Performance-wise, your bars, how good you was, and then break it down to 2 more categories.
So how many guests are you? So basically, you're just gonna choose everybody but 9 guests you have.
If you want to sound harsh, yeah.
That sounds a little harsh. I think that's.
Wait, no. I'm gonna do a poll. So we do a top 50 or top 25.
Okay.
I'm assuming the gonna say let's do a top 25. So that'll help me out in cutting 30. 39.
Yeah. I think that anybody, like for me, like I'd like to be a judge, but I'm not allowed to vote for myself or anybody on my team. Yeah, anybody.
I wanted to say if you came to spit, you can't judge. I wanted to
yeah, that's fair.
I love this podcast, and so I really want you guys involved.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we get somebody from this podcast that didn't rap or something like that? Maybe that'll be fair. Yeah.
One person that didn't come through.
Yeah, and he'll be honest about it too. Like he'll be honest about it. Like he knows.
So let's do this. Let's come through here and go through all the videos. Bring some bottles through.
Let's do it.
Go through the videos and then.
Yeah, 40 seconds. So let's get you guys up here. Let's get you guys up here. You can stay. I'm gonna let them take one of my seats. Go ahead. You can stay. Stay tuned. Make sure if y'all we could really appreciate the support if y'all go to the actual website. I'm gonna put it here. This Facebook stream is not our actual thing. Our actual stream is what we really want y'all. So right now, I'm gonna sit out of this one so everybody can sit. Huh? Let them sit right there in the front. I'm gonna sit out. I'm gonna sit. Oh yeah, right there in the front. See, 2 minutes. You put another video on? All right. So go to that right there.
So we're gonna have this conversation: Big Pun versus Biggie.
Oh, well, we're gonna not right now. Not right now.
Not him. Let's just say if you said that Big Pun is more lyricist than Biggie.
Bar for bar?
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Listen,
I like Biggie, but here's my biggest point. Here's my biggest point. That, I'm not saying that I won't stand behind that, but my bigger point than that, this is my bigger point, and I'll stand by this, America. I'll stand by this. My bigger point is that Big Pun would be held in a higher regard lyrically.
He had a bigger catalog.
Nope. If he was murdered instead of dying from overeating. If he was shot and killed, I swear to God, I'm not saying
that's a whole nother angle. That's a whole other angle. You didn't say that the other day.
I did say it though. I did say it, but
or did you say
no. Me personally.
But now the way he brings it up, like, you know, if Big Pun got shot,
yes,
get more respect than
that respect is still there.
It's still there. It's still there. Respect is still there.
So what I'm saying is that I think that if Pun would have been shot and killed instead of dying of like overeating, I just think that what did Biggie say? Nobody till somebody kills you. And if he would have been shot and killed, I just think that he would have been held in a higher.
Not true. Look at Big L. Big L doesn't get that respect. He was shot.
That's because Big L was more of an underground artist. Big L wasn't his commercial. Guru. He died of more natural causes. Big L was shot. But look at, like, what I'm saying is like, Chinks Drugs is a dope artist. I like Chinks, but Chinks isn't phenomenal. But people hold Chinks on this platform
because he got shot.
Chinks, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
But now you're saying.
But don't get me wrong sometimes.
Now you're saying because
I like Chinks.
Again.
I'm not saying that Biggie's only big because he died. I'm not saying Biggie's big because he died. I'm saying that Pun is
bigger.
Different plateau than anybody else. Most artists.
I think
you don't believe that.
What?
He says if Pun got shot, Pun would have been bigger than where Biggie's at.
No. Or at least in the same. He'd be mentioned in the same circles.
There's your argument. Now I'm listening.
How about this? He'd be mentioned in the same circles. He'd be mentioned in the same circles.
I see you think. Now I'm listening.
Let me ask you this question.
They both came from the same class. They're from the same class. Exactly. Yeah. They are from the same class.
Yeah.
So this is one mic.
Of course, Pun got big because you know what? Before Pun was Pun, Pun was little Pun before Big.
Yeah, he wasn't big.
Okay, but you know it, right?
He put on weight because he broke his leg.
He broke his leg and he put on weight and he had a heart attack and he died. Rest in peace, Big Pun. All right, rest in peace.
Chris Rivers is one of the greatest to do it.
He is one of the most respected lyricists out there, out of New York City, that I know.
I don't like when he's labeled a Latino rapper though.
Other than Big, I don't even like the whole thing, Latino, black, and everything. Because you know what? When we came up, Zulu Nation and everything, we were all the same.
Yeah. But no, let's get to it. Well, Pun, if Pun was shot instead of being,
go ahead.
Do you think he'd be held in a higher regard?
Yeah, if Pun was shot, would be in a higher regard.
You got 1 minute.
Major.
We go live.
It's a major answer, buddy. Major answer.
They both respected the same. I'm gonna tell you, Big is gonna always take the cake.
Okay.
Big is always gonna take the cake because he is a natural born lyricist. He says,
And he has more of a. Big has more mass appeal.
That's all I needed.
Since young.
Oh, now he's gonna. Oh, don't shut him off now.
Don't shut it off.
He got out of that. That's all I needed. He got out of that. We still going 30 seconds. We still going ahead. 30 seconds. We still going.
But what I'm saying is, with Pun, all right, cool. They have both.
Big Pun, one of the greatest.
They have different rap styles. Period. Y'all ready? They have both.
How long?
They have different rap styles.
15 seconds. Let's finish the conversation later.
Lovely people, with person, and everything like that. But Big, I think Big has that street credit too. I ain't gonna think.
4. Get ready, everybody. Get ready. We're going live. Face eyes. We're going live. And we're live.
There you go.
Hey, Kayate. Welcome back.
That's the
to
perfect
the Chopp
answer we
Shop.
needed right there.
You know, we back on the Chopp Shop. You know what I'm saying? Especially Valentine's Day.
This is called the Chopp Shop Report tonight.
I thought you was off the mic.
I am, though.
See what I got to deal with? Anyway, it's our special Valentine's Day show.
Am I the only person single?
No, my brother's been single. He's been single for a long time.
Listen, boy, I had situationships.
Does this girl know that?
And, you know, we're here with Louis and Maria, and they're the complete opposite of single. They've been together for 42 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like my mama and my pops.
My mama and them.
How do you say it?
Your mama and them.
That's right, they are.
Word up.
Definitely are.
Word up.
They've been around since I was little, you know what I'm saying? Grew up with their 3 other sons.
And when he had problems, he come back to my mom because he probably beat us like a circus animal. So go and you know what I'm saying, tell them to like, you know what I'm saying, get the outside advice where we can be safe and avoid the ass beating. We still get the advice, the parently advice from, you know what I'm saying? That shit goes a long way.
Yeah, man. And it's always been like, you know, we grew up in Woonsocket. And it's always been like, if Maria and Louis ever break up, then everybody's giving up on love.
We giving up on love. It's a wrap.
True story.
Yeah.
RTTS and text talk.
So no pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's what I'm saying. No pressure. No pressure, but love is on you guys' back. Love is on y'all back, but no pressure.
No pressure. Love.
So talk about how you guys both from Puerto Rican.
Yo,
You guys both from Arroyo. That's that right? That.
Oh, that's nice, bro.
I've been practicing a little bit. I've been doing my Rosetta Stone.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, talk about a little bit how you guys met. How you guys meet?
But you know what? It's funny you say that. We both from the same hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Our parents were real close, you know, and we actually met in Puerto Rico. I was like 2 years old, I remember. I was seeing her run around, you know, in the little, you know, when they had the skivvies with the
That's
the ruffles. I remember seeing that then. And then, you know, time passed. Her family moved to New York, and then my family moved to New York years later, and we met again.
So you fell in love
Guys,
with
talk
my
to the mic.
booty?
Talk to the
You fell in
mic.
love with my booty?
Absolutely. You know what just happened?
That's how you know it's meant to be. You know what I mean?
Yo.
I love the ruffles on your pants.
I hope you wear that red pamper for Valentine's Day.
That's after 70. That'll come back after you get like 70.
I'll be at your applesauce.
It always came back around at one point or another. We kept meeting.
Yeah.
Then my family moved to Massachusetts. She was still in New York. And then now we're at Lessons, down on like 15. When we go to visit New York, boom, I run into her again. I said, what's going on, you know?
So this is like this.
This is meant to be.
Meant to
You
be.
know what I mean? It's meant to be, but you know.
It's one of these like, you know what, I give up. Come on, let's just go. We're going to just do this.
you
No,
know.
I can't get away from your ass.
And you know, then things happen, and then, you know, she came to visit to Boston, and it was a wrap.
That's history.
It was a wrap, you know,
Word.
and you know, we was,
Well, so were you guys like always kind of like friends in a way, or just passing by?
Look, but we've always known each other since childhood.
Yeah, but were you guys like kind of like Like in a little circle together, or was it just more like we
A
just
secret love that Chopp
Was temptation always there? Was temptation there? Was temptation always there?
It was two.
Well, you know, and this is not making
You're trying to get somebody in trouble because he's saying.
But then, at adolescent, you know, we're going by, you know, and everything, you know. And she come by, and temptation was definitely there. Temptation was definitely there.
And I'm
you know?
glad it was there.
You got niggas like him
We were parents, very young, you know.
Yeah.
And we kind of learned to grow with each other because we was just growing up. Kind of discovering yourself.
Together with another
think
person.
about it.
Wow,
What do you really know as a teenager coming up about life, about anything, any experience?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. And it's like we was talking earlier, you know, in you know, Puerto Rico, we're from Puerto Rico. We have a saying, but Latinos use it, you know, cada cabeza un mundo. Every head is a world.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get together with another person,
Your world
you bring
becomes
your world
Yeah.
and this world.
Colliding.
And sometimes those two worlds collide.
Mm-hmm.
It's different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, you remember? We had a neighbor.
Wow.
We had a neighbor that used to call us the odd couple. Because we argue a lot. You know,
Man.
you're young, you know, you got difference of opinions, and you bringing this world and this world coming together.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You don't
different.
even necessarily really have to know to express yourself.
Right. You might hear an argument one second and a trumpet the next.
You really don't.
Yeah.
You know that they were people actually the place said, "Oh, I give them 2 years. I give them 3 years. Oh, you know, I give them 5
Playing
years."
hating ass.
But those are the odds with a young couple.
This
We're
really
very
happened.
young.
This really happened, you know. And here we are, 42 years later.
And we still together.
We still
Listen. Out of curiosity, you guys known each other since you were two.
Yes.
Was there another relationship before you guys got married?
Yeah, I mean, you know, she was growing up in New York. I mean, she met, you know.
I didn't have too many relationships because I was not only that was I young, I was brought up very strict, you know. But I'm sure my husband did.
Hopefully you're not finding out for the first time tonight.
Because here's what might help.
So I know everything.
Here's why I need help at.
Like 42 years and 42 years.
know
She been about his world.
So did you guys have a family apart before you got together that you had to mix together? Because no.
Same sex and uterus.
No. That doesn't happen often. That doesn't happen often.
I had my youngest son. This is our baby right here.
Yeah, shoot for
We have
easy.
3 sons.
Me and him was best friends growing up. We keep acting stupid.
What up, dude?
So within 42 years, that's it? No other side?
No, they got 2 other. They
Yeah,
got 2 other
boys.
I got
But with each other.
One's a 6 and one's a 4.
We have 3. Our firstborn was Mario. Our second-born was Mark. They call him OG.
OG.
And
That's
our
right.
youngest is Mark.
He's not even young.
I'm 37.
He's not even young.
They keep calling me baby. I'm 37 years old.
I'll call you Birdman.
Retarded, man.
So what was the first what you guys started doing? Like, so you guys started dating and started that relationship. Like, what was like some of the first things you guys were into?
Sex.
Word.
How you doing? Drink champ?
Mom!
Hey, man.
He know what it is.
No, we enjoy a lot of good things together. We used to go a lot to the movies.
Well, that wasn't just it, you know.
Yeah, busy in the movies, sex in the movies.
Yeah, in the movies.
Combining the favorite things with sex.
You know, back in the day, they had the downtown Boston. You know, we go catch 3 places. You know.
Hey, yo, you know the thing is too. This is the thing I realized. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why I'm single now, because like everybody forget what the root word of relationship is. And if you think, well, what is it? Relate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A lot of people can't relate to their mate. You know what I'm saying? And they end up blowing it. They worry about their own agendas and shit like that. You know what I
You're
mean?
right, and that's why communication is so important.
Yeah, that's
But
a big
it really
thing.
is.
You know,
That's a big word I hear all the time. Is communication.
Speaking of that,
Big
I
word.
relate where I was going to when I brought the analogy with two worlds coming together.
Yeah.
It's a lot of give and take.
Yeah.
You know, people nowadays are too easy to give up.
Yeah.
People nowadays are easy to give up, and you know it's not easy. And you know, we haven't been a perfect marriage. You know, by a long
It doesn't exist.
I have my faults. You know, I made a lot of mistakes. You know, and but being able to stand by your partner and support them, and understand and talk about it and work through the problem.
You get, and I think it is like people like they fall in love with somebody, be generally in love with somebody, and they break up for whatever reason. I think they kind of like give up too easy because they really think they can do it again. And they can like recreate, like I can just go out and meet a new person and start all over again.
The grass is greener on the other side.
It's not the same. It really
No,
isn't.
it's a whole new world you're colliding with.
All over
themselves
from
for the
square
next
one.
person,
Getting
better
to
than
know that
anything.
person, that person getting to know you, and accepting some of your faults and your mistakes,
Yeah.
and being comfortable to say, you know what,
No,
Bobby,
you're right.
you know what,
Right.
you ain't perfect,
Word up.
but I want you just like you are.
Yeah.
And we can work through it.
You work through it.
Can I ask
Or
you
at least try.
what's been the hardest situation that you guys have went through? It was like, you know what? If we can make it through this, we're just gonna ride it out. What's been the hardest situation? I mean, out of cheating or the temptation or just we're not just connected. What's been the hardest thing to get through?
Okay, I'm gonna answer to that.
Notice how the woman always says, "I'm gonna answer this."
No, you don't lose that.
I've asked this before. It's always when the woman says, "It's right at the tip of the tongue." It's right at the tip of the tongue. It's right there. You had to ask.
You ask the question, lose with.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to exhale.
Wait, they sound like Whitney Houston at this point.
I already did the same thing.
You know what the question was.
Okay.
The hardest situation to get through.
So if we can get through this,
you know, if we could get through
we
this,
can get through anything. You gonna ride it out.
it's us. Like the younger generation needs to have this. Like, what's the hardest thing?
Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest. The hardest thing for me, I don't know if it was for him, because he was the one that was having fun.
There we go. That's what we need to hear.
But
Not to put on blast.
no, it's okay. You know, I can talk about it because I love this man with all my heart, and I will love him till the day I die, and even from up above. You know, but the hardest thing for me was going through the changes of cheating.
There we go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
It was very hard. And
So you know what franchise is doing? Franchise cheating talk. Right, he said, "What's all of us looking out there?" Right, I'm sorry, Maria. I'm doing it the other way.
But I'm getting past it. You know, it's hard. It really is. You know, when you love someone and you're faithful to that person, and you have your family. You know, and this man is the world to me. You know, and when you're used to having when you're married to someone that you love as much as I love him, you have that trust that, you know, I remember ironing his clothes for him to go out with his friends. That's how much I trusted him. But you know what? In life, there's
temptation.
There is.
It's everything.
Yes,
Man.
there is.
And listen, it's what I say.
It's everywhere.
Everybody makes mistakes. That's why people are racist.
It's everywhere.
Exactly.
You know I learned that?
Greatest
I
thing
learned
ever.
that from Lenny from The Simpsons. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
there is. But, you know, when you love someone, you can get past this. As long as it stops.
Right.
You know, but if it continues to go on, then you have to do
And
something.
you gotta think about this too. Y'all earliest memories are together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like that's some shit y'all got lifetimes together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then not only that, but y'all growing up together, going through that. Like, you know, but you gotta think about that. Like,
yes,
as a
and
teenager,
I do.
as a growing up as in our 20s, it's not easy to fight temptation. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you're young.
Exactly.
Because when you're older,
And you don't want
then you're more
realize,
wiser.
you realize.
And yes,
And-
when you're as young as we were.
right. It's
Louis
a different
graduated from high school at the age of 16.
thing. Look at that.
He had Mario on one, arm and his diploma.
Look at that.
Oh.
And wifey on the other side.
But not even me. But if you do it at a younger age and you get older and realize, you know what, I messed up. What's the best steps to making that other female or that person realize, you know what, I'm a changed person?
Well, how do you do
Like how do I explain that? You know what, I get it.
How do you
I fucked up. How do I get that? She's wiping her eyes. She's about to cry.
The first step is
No,
the
I'm
first
running
step
hot
is
flash.
the first step is realizing it for yourself, really knowing, damn, I messed up.
I fucked up.
I fucked up. You know what I mean? And feeling it inside that you're really running a risk of losing that other person that means so much in your life and saying, is it worth it?
Word. And you know what else is that hurt on that person's face when you have to go and face the person. And that hurts.
If you really love somebody, you care about their feelings. You see when they hurt. Do you really want to see the person you love hurt?
And the inspiration is pushing.
It does something to you.
It does.
Even though you might be going through something at the time, whatever it is you're going through and you're working through it. But when you see that person, and I don't want to see you in that way.
Word.
Especially
that's shit.
But you know what?
Is this something you
I
said?
got over the cheating because this man provided for us from the moment we got married, and he's continuously
Part of being a man.
provides for
You're a man,
us. You
you're
know,
about to be a family.
it's right. You know, it's part of being a man, and it's part of being a woman.
To basically support that.
Yes, you have to. And when you love someone, the
That-
way
that
I
brings-
love this man.
That brings another question we was asking earlier, and it was like, back in the day, Nabi asked the question, it was like back in the day, a lot of women would take certain different things they might not take now. Like cheating, or because it was like a certain bond and a certain unwritten rule that once you get married at that time, once you get married, you stay with that person and you work it out. Did you ever feel like the pressure from that kind of like, that thought and that idealism to
The pressure of
like, do you stay with your husband even though
You can't find
I'm talking about this before. This is back in the day. It's different between now. People are like, I don't have to take this, and one mistake, you can do good all your relationship. You do one mistake and it's over.
Right.
Like a woman will stay with her husband because they're Catholic and the Catholics don't divorce. Or what will the family think?
Did you, at that time, did you ever feel that type of pressure because of those unwritten rules, basically?
No, actually, I didn't. To me, it was a natural thing. It was something that that's what I felt. That's what I continue to feel.
Yeah.
This
that was
man,
in your heart.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it will always be. I have forgiven him, and I will love this man till the day I die, like I said.
Yeah.
This man is amazing. This man...
Top shelf.
That premium white Hennessy. That's a little stretch.
That China white.
Top shelf.
You can't touch it.
This man is fish scale.
Like Lil Lewis is in the military. You guys been all over the world,
Yeah,
basically.
we're a military family.
He was a boxer, right?
Lewis is like our second dad.
Word up. You know that shit for Uptown Baby?
My dad was that
my
my
nigga
kid,
that
so-
shit before Uptown Baby came out. They
Lewis-
played hell down on the trumpet.
Lewis was actually, out of all our friends that really hung around each other, well, Jim had his dad, but Lewis was the only real dad out of all the friends that we really had. I'm like, that's why. You know what I'm saying? So
He was the Papa Wu.
He was he was out there.
He was the Papa Wu.
A lot of shit.
Word, that's why niggas still believe in that. That's why niggas still believe in love. You serious with that. He said that shit for years now.
Right, he took that box, he beat OG's ass a couple times, he was getting out of line. He deserved it.
Can't lose to your son.
Nah.
Even if you gotta cheat.
Hit him in the nuts.
If my son's beating me, I'll punch him in the balls. I don't care.
You gonna fucking break kids up? Yeah, wow. You gonna break kids up.
Can I ask you a question? At some point in time, did you realize a good father is hard to find?
Word.
Did that have a play into it? A good father is hard to find.
What do you mean? Did it have?
And like keeping your relationship together.
And keeping that relationship
I get what
together.
he's
Like,
saying.
you know what? This guy's gonna be around for my son no matter what, as opposed to, you know what, this is a great time.
But at the same time, flip is about
not.
It's
At the
different
same
time. At the same time, you can also say he's gonna be a good father, and if we're
No,
not
this
together, he's
man
still gonna be
was
an influence kid.
This man was a good father from the get.
Yeah, he had his kid.
And he
He
still
had his
is.
kid as a
But
graduation.
does that count for anything as towards, you know what? It gives me more love towards this man.
Does it count?
Yes.
Of course it
Yeah,
does.
I know a lot of guys that are good fathers to their kids where the mother was just like, you know what? To me, because what you did, you're still a piece of shit.
But you know one thing.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, it does. But
It happens.
you asked me, and this is what I feel. And of course,
On the other side, of that, one thing that keeps me grounded is how she is.
Yeah.
You know, she's very nurturing, very
Upbeat,
She raised
fun.
all three of my children. She raised them, and even like you said, you brought up the fact that I was in the military. A lot of time I was gone for days on out. 45 days out of whack. I might be somewhere else. And she had to handle it. She was there. You don't know. I know, being in the military, there's a lot of divorces. High divorce rate. Especially, on guys that are in a rapid deployment.
Yeah.
And they always gone constantly. The girl's not gonna stick around. The minute they're gone, they're out the other door. She kept it grounded, She was about family. She was about my children. I came home. My home was clean, and you see that as a man. You come to your home, and you see a warm home.
You looking for something to complain about? I swear to God,
Wait a minute. Did you change the drapes?
you never noticed. You never really ever noticed.
So you did change the drapes.
He's ready.
Wait. So you did change the
But no,
drapes.
it's funny that he mentioning that now, because that to me that lets me know that he did notice.
Yeah. But he might not. Yeah. I get it.
One of the years, you find out something new.
I actually want to get up on something with your, you know what I'm saying? How many years? 22. Okay, otra vez, felicidades.
Whoa.
You know they speak Hold on, this ain't Telemundo. He wants you guys to know that he's down with y'all.
I only made the Spanish 3. You gotta go a little slow.
Yo, they family got actual slogan. Yo soy correct.
Soy correct.
That's how when niggas hold it down.
I'm a correct too. That's not my birth certificate.
I want to get back on where you said that you hurt her, or you did infidelity or whatever, and everything like that. Like I'm sort of a spiritualist and everything like that, and I believe in energies. I believe in feeling things. So when you really love each other, and I see that you really love each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, congratulations, and I love y'all hearing your story and everything like that. But when you hurt somebody that you love,
He needs that layman terms answer.
can you feel that?
He needs that layman terms
Can
answer.
you feel that?
That's a good question.
Listen,
He needs that answer.
I want to answer that.
I sincerely believe that when you become as one, as a couple, you become as one. You're not two entities anymore.
Yes.
You're one thing.
Exactly.
So when you hurt that person, is it you hurting yourself too?
Yes, absolutely. Hell yeah.
That's a good question.
No, because at the
Can
time,
you feel that? No, can you physically feel
Yes.
it? Because you love her so much, you can look in her eyes and read her.
You don't realize who you loser.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you
Then
something.
it's too late.
Listen, let me tell you something.
What is this thing called?
The
Growth?
energy.
Never too late.
Groceries is supposed to be a last resort, not the go-to.
The energy this brother's speaking of is real.
It is.
And you feel it. So much so, I can't lie to Maria.
Yeah.
I can't, it's like, if I say something that's not true, I look at her in the face. She knows me.
You know what it is?
You start saying, he tell a lie, shake his own head. Like, you know how.
This is what I
I'm sorry.
This is where I do when he's lying. When he lies, he doesn't, I'm sure he's doing
I can't.
I don't do a human reaction, right? He's telling me whatever he's telling me, and I know it's a lie. And I'm like,
She gives him the She gives him the
I don't know. You guys see my complexion, right? You guys see my complexion.
I must.
I can't do
he looks like a little kid, like
I can't do it.
I feel sorry. I feel so bad that and I'm like, leave that alone.
Y'all look young as hell. You know what
It's not just that, they seem younger too in the way. That's the thing that I talked about before they came in. I was saying that before. I normally don't use this word unless I'm talking about children or puppies. But I said with them, they were cute together. Like because I don't usually use the word cute. I don't use the word cute. But but let me explain. They were cute together. Like watching them together was like playful, like people that have been in a relationship for a couple of years and they haven't gone through the back. Yeah, like I don't want to say too well, love hater.
Too well.
You can tell who didn't get a Valentine's. Hey, you want to,
We talking about something that we're missing.
No, you didn't get a Valentine's Day card. That's what the reality. This nigga didn't get a Valentine's Day card. Look, he wore the Valentine's Day color red, but he wore a boxer. Loves a fight.
He's upset.
Loves a fight.
Where's your Valentine's Day card? We'll bite it.
I wanted to, because I didn't finish saying answering your question.
Jace.
Jay. About the cheating. Okay. I try to like that.
I thought we changed something. No,
I'm serious.
Not for her.
It's big though. It's big.
Like I said, it's obvious that I love this man. I'm serious. But I'm trying to put that in the past, and start over, because this man is worth it, and I'm sure I'm worth it. So and it hurt. Don't get me wrong. It really hurt, and it's something that it stays with you. It's not that you want it,
but it hurt him too.
But yeah, of course,
it hurt him. That's why.
Well, I didn't know that. Let me rephrase that. I'm not gonna say of course because I don't know. But now that you guys mention it, now I understand. You see, that's why communication is so important.
Right.
But
we were talking about that
I think it made us better.
Okay, what I want to touch on one more thing.
Because the younger generation needs to hear that.
Yes.
Our generation right now needs to hear that. Like, you know what? Things fucking happen, man.
What do you say about the young generation right now? What advice can you give them?
I can walk in here and sit down and there's a girl standing right there and he'll be like, you want to start effing? And then my whole mind frame was like, damn, that girl right there? For this, it happens.
That's
the flesh is weak.
Why be so weak? I'm a woman.
True.
When I was younger,
very true.
I was a very good-looking woman. And I used to see a lot of men that used to want. And you know what?
You better watch out. He's a boxer.
He knows what she said. I was a very good looking woman.
He said, what? She's waiting for everybody.
See, another guy would have been like, yeah, you're right. You was.
I could have cheated, but I just couldn't because all I thought about was this man. I thought about the sex. I thought about just holding him and being with him. I thought about him being home with the kids, how he plays when he would come home and the kids would be all crazy all over. Dad, But you know what? We're not perfect. And let me tell you, this is not a perfect story that I'm trying to, because we've been through our ups and downs. Yes. But that makes you stronger.
Exactly.
It really does.
But
for some, that doesn't go with everyone. But I love this man, and I will love him till the day I die, like I said, and even from up above.
But with 42 years of experience, what could you say to other women that have been cheated on by somebody that's worked hard,
right?
That just made a mistake one time?
Good question.
Is it a mistake?
Okay, for the guys that have made a mistake, don't go there. For the guys that have made a mistake,
is it a mistake?
One mistake.
Okay, but what would you say to the women that say, like, ladies,
guys, my girl,
listen to me when I say this. What could you say about that?
What could I say about what?
Like, you know what, ladies, you know what? This happened one time. This is the way you can get over it.
Communication.
That word always comes up.
Communication is very important.
They always said that you should never go to bed. They say you should never go to bed angry.
Once trust is broken, it has to be.
They said never go to bed. They said in a relationship, never go to bed angry.
But you know what?
If you have proper communication,
It's going to take a minute to repair.
yeah, of course. But you have to have proper communication.
Hold on, let him speak.
If by chance you go to bed angry,
That's what I was going to say.
you wake up the next day, start on
Decision,
And
right.
we do.
You know, every
But you
day
know
is a chance to
what?
make it better.
Never go to
I
bed
learned from
angry,
George.
but I have.
George told me that.
I'm
Every
not
day is
gonna
a
lie
chance
to
to make
you,
it
I
better.
have.
You know what
But
I'm
as
saying?
soon as I wake up in the morning, I've already passed that.
Right.
You think that being able to move on must have helped? Because 42 years is a long time. Now they say that now the divorce rate is going up like crazy. And you know, I bet you that you guys have plenty of peers that didn't make it. That.
And then what you went through.
No, that's
We went to Panama. That's where we were stationed at our last duty station.
What, Cologne?
No, Fort Clinton,
There's a full
Panama.
we're right there, the canal.
The canal,
Yeah.
Right in front of the canal.
And we had a lot of friends, but we were all military families. We were the only ones that still married. All those other families, all those
What made you guys different?
Female squad.
What makes us different?
My girl, your girl.
They didn't have
know
the
what? I think a lot of it is, you know, our upbringing, our family.
So if you fucked up, somebody from that camp was gonna.
Yeah, hold up, guys. Hold up. Okay. It's all right.
I say, a couple that we wanted to emulate was my grandparents. They stayed together. You know,
You had a good prototype.
They died in their 90s.
together.
And that was the home base. Like, you know, all their children, their children's children, us, our generation, and then our children will congregate there for, like, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Big Mama's house type shit.
Big Mama's house.
The matriarch.
That is real.
Yeah, it
You know,
is.
if you have that type, and you don't see that, and now you got a lot of fragmented families.
Yeah.
You know, you got, I got 2 babies Bama, I got 3 babies Bama, but that nucleus is not there.
It's not holding everything together.
We had that. We had that nucleus.
You had something to base it on and to look at.
Nah, my family, like my whole family, like.
What's that? You know what? You know what's funny?
That's a blessing.
Our
it
children
is.
call our home headquarters. They're gonna
Yeah.
report to
It's
headquarters.
Shit get real.
That's where they come.
Report to headquarters.
Report to headquarters.
That's what we
And
said on your
that's
birthday, yo. We going to
that's something we
headquarters.
always had coming up. We had the nucleus of grandparents, and we joke around. We wanted to get rocking chairs. You know, when we get old,
Yeah, right, yeah.
together. You know, we talk about that. You
I'm
know,
not gonna design one of them.
That's
Like,
a rocking
dude,
chair.
rocking chair.
You know, my wife. You know, my wife went out and ordered some recliners. Side by side, we got our recliners.
But it's funny because
My nigga.
then after I got them, I was like, maybe I think we got them too early.
Yeah, man. That's a beautiful thing, yo. As long as one of us got it, some of us got it.
Do you? I want to ask you guys' opinion. Do you? Because we were talking about earlier, and I was talking about the difference in like the white community as opposed to like the ethnic community. Because I personally feel that there's more of it's in general. Divorce is on the rise in general, but I feel like more in the ethnic community, like blacks and Latinos. It's more of people living together and not getting married. I think because I think that it affects everybody, but I think it's more common in our community. Like the whole baby mama thing that came about from our community.
Yeah. Well, you know
what I'm saying?
That's always been. You know, this whole marriage thing is, you know, like back in the day, people didn't go out and get married. They just shack up together. And, you know, they live together. You know, and this is what we're gonna be with. It was a, you know, like you said, verbal agreement.
It's a contract.
You know,
Basically.
and they raise their children, they raise a family. They was never married. Or just put down things on paper. You know, make you know.
Yeah.
But now it's more traditional. You know, we come to the new world, and now everything is, you know, and you got these traditions and the custom, and you make the promise. You know, if you are a believer, you know, no matter you believe in a higher power, you believe in God, you believe in Jesus' word. Whatever you believe, whatever you choose to believe in. You know, put us on this earth together. You know, and that's a person, you made a promise to be with that person. That's between you and your God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't need a whole bunch of audience and all this and a piece of paper to say, I belong to
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything in these days when people get divorced.
No, exactly.
It's a mind-altering mind fuck.
People, it ruins relationships.
You got papers on me.
You know what? You know what? I said this earlier. I said this earlier. Wait a minute, hold up. You didn't know he had a prenup?
I got papers.
This is gonna get bad. Hey, yo, Cass. Hey.
You know why I say that? Because I do.
Yo, this is horrible. This is horrible. They're gonna say they've been together 42 years until they got to the Chopp Shop.
Marriage can be wonderful and so much fun because we have had so much fun.
It's got its ups and downs. It's like a roller coaster.
Enjoy your ride. It's a lot of work.
They say life is short, but 42 years is a long time.
It is.
That's longer than most of the people in this room have been alive. Everybody but you two have been alive less than that.
And you know your husband.
No, it does make sense. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. No, it makes sense.
I keep saying that I didn't get to have fun because we got married so young. But I did have fun.
Yeah.
We had a blast.
And that's the thing.
He had a blast.
Don't get my man in trouble. Don't get him in trouble.
What's up with this guy over here?
He didn't get a Valentine's Day card.
I'm the only single person in here. I'm single like Dollar.
I think like when y'all don't make me forget all that.
Make you forget.
No, these guys.
Oh, okay.
Don't look at me.
Those are called the love hecklers.
At the end of the day, being with somebody is super happy. Am I right?
It is. It is.
No, it can be hell
You know
too.
what? Everyone
It can be hell.
and when you love each other, this man has.
I'm not talking about us.
I love him so much because it's not. I sit down. You know what you do? You take those ways.
The weight,
and the scale.
the scale.
And it has the little
balance.
plate. What you do when you're married, you weigh out the good times, the bad times,
Exactly.
and the bad times are here, right?
They always start that out there.
This was us right here. Yeah. It was more good times than bad times. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I get, it hurts and I get upset and everything. But why get upset over something that in the past that already happened?
Exactly.
Just let it go. It's already, not let it go as meaning as continue to let him keep cheating.
Keep an inventory.
No.
Inventory. If you don't bring it up. Because
2000.
Forget the past. You know what I'm saying? And with that,
Wait
lets you know
what you should do.
what you're supposed to.
So that's like generally speaking, like just human nature. The bad always outweighs the good.
Oh yes.
It takes 2 bad things to equal up 10 good things.
The bad always outweighs the good.
Yeah, it always
Not
does.
a-
Generally speaking, like all right. So for instance,
I didn't know
like,
that.
Like say if you took care of your baby. Say you took care of your baby for 2 years and you dropped him on his head the second year. You're bad.
They got one drop. That's his second. Yeah, he's right. He's well to that.
But you ain't gonna drop the next baby because you dropped the first one. You know what?
Because she never let you forget about the first time.
No matter what you did good,
The only thing I can say.
What's that commercial that they show where they show the the parents have the baby for the first time and they do some weird dumb shit. And then after the second baby, the commercial gets better, and it's like, your second baby, it's like that. You live and you learn how to be better at everything. So even if it's at relationships or raising your kids, you get better as the years go. You know what I'm saying? You get better at time. That's all that is.
Some people get better at time.
Yeah, some people are stuck in their ways.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, they just comfortable with who they are.
Yeah. But when you're married and either or whether it's the wife or the husband cheats, listen, I feel that a couple should always have that respect for each other, you know, and things happen, like you said. And at first I said, you know, things don't happen because they really don't. You know, sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't.
You have a lot of influence into what's happening. Yes,
exactly. But when you cheat, keep in mind that stays.
It stays, yeah.
It hurts,
and that's what I was saying earlier because like that's why it's so hard for couples like childhood sweethearts or a high school sweethearts. Mm-hmm. It's so hard for them to stay together as long as you guys have because it's so much backstory.
It is.
It goes all the way back years and years and years.
And it's a lot of pressure and it's a lot of. Listen, we're living in a world that's crazy, you know, and when a couple, it's hard, especially hard for married couples. But to me, I feel that it was worth me
sticking it out and working it out. And that's all that matters. As long as you can live with yourself and look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, I made the right choice. You know what I mean? And that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what anybody else think. You know what I'm saying? No matter how anybody else feel about your relationship, as long as you guys can look at each other and be like, yeah, we did the fucking right thing. We still happy. And it's all good. And then you
know the real talk true story is? The worst thing is starting over with somebody else from scratch and realizing they ain't shit.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Waste of time.
Ain't no waste of time wasted.
And another thing, when you're married and shit happens, as you guys say.
As you guys say. How do you say?
I know shit happens.
Shit happens, defecation
occurs. Okay, I remember that. After you guys communicate with one another, it's not good to continue to bring it up.
Right.
And I'm saying this for experience from me. Because it hurts.
That's a problem.
It's not easy. It's a problem for you because for men that have cheated because they don't want to hear it.
No,
but how about
let them get that out. Let them get
that out. How about you said it's not good for you to bring it up, but what if it's like really bothering you at that moment in time, and the only thing that can make you feel better about it is actually like bringing it up?
You then don't bring it up.
No, but I feel
what
like
else can you do? Listen, that's a human reaction. You cannot help yourself.
Because if you hold it in, you start arguing about dumb shit.
Yes, you like, little thing. Why did you put that glass like that? Exactly. That's not the way. That's
something else is bothering me. But you know, But you know, the thing is, you know, for a man that needling, okay, I accept I screwed up. I did this bad, you know, whatever. Don't throw it in my face every chance you get. You know, I'm trying to get past that and build and move forward. You know,
but at the same time, it's easy for us to say.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. But how do we know? How do we know that person's not gonna continue to cheat?
I don't want to pick them up.
You're basically putting. If you think about it, that's another form of trust.
Yeah.
If you take a person back and you trust, and you almost like trusting them to a certain extent, that they're not going to do it again.
Back in the mind, you know what?
It's still there. But that's like now I think about it, it's like a different form of trust and like a different. That's all.
But it's only still there if that other person, your other half.
No, that's the thing. Let me because that person might cheat. I did a fucked up thing. Oh, sorry.
Tries to work things out,
and you can see that.
You can see that, the right thing.
Right.
Then you don't.
Some people is like, you have to go through it to realize that's not where you want to be. Like, y'all fucked up, but I realized that shit. Home is where it's at, but
it's like a touchy ass subject. It's like I fucked up, and then now I know where I want to be at, but now she don't give a fuck and she's going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing you can do to convince her that you're straight and that your mind is actually on the right.
But you up.
He had a skull. He had to go like this.
It's just marriage is a beautiful thing. If if that's
Marry the right person and don't be a dumbass.
I'm about to get married.
How do you know when?
Don't marry the Wang. Marry the mind.
Marry the spirit. Marry the soul.
Marry the spirit.
Write that down.
Before I get too
on Bitcoin, don't marry the monkey. Marry the soul.
I'm super single. I'm super single right now. So here we go. Just to have a little bit of fun. How much is too much for a wedding?
How much is too much for a
How
wedding?
much is too much for a wedding?
We wouldn't know to answer that because we didn't have a wedding. We just
low
went
budget
to
piece.
the justice.
Low
of the
budget.
peace.
So 42 years strong. 42 years strong. How much did that cost you? How much did that cost you for 42 years strong?
You know what?
Nada.
Let's
get this answer out, please.
I still owe my mother-in-law $35. She paid for the.
Is the lavish wedding and all that really necessary?
I was not.
Somebody say, please. Here we go.
How many weddings have you seen?
Excuse me. A wedding is overrated. It's overrated. But think about it. The wedding is more expensive than your lifetime together.
Yeah.
Half the time.
Think about it.
Half the time.
All that money that you spent on that could have been spent on the kids, the house, and all this other stuff. Just a small gathering with some friends that
Really
love
give
each
a
other.
fuck.
Yo, it ain't nothing.
Because like franchise said, half of the niggas in the wedding is sitting like this. Them niggas ain't gonna be married. We pay all the money. These niggas eat. They all look prime gifts and shit. These niggas in the wedding.
Listen, niggas look like that at my wedding. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It don't matter about having a big wedding. Like, I ain't never been a dude that's mad rich or nothing, but I've been rich, like, in love, in spirit, and love from my family, my brothers, my friends, Cash Deuce, you know what I'm saying? How we grew up together. Like, I was always rich inside because of y'all, who I had, my parents that are dopest, you know what I mean? I was always rich in that sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it
That's
don't matter.
something you can't buy.
You can't buy none of that, yo. Small wedding, yo, we could be dumb deep. We could chill in the projects. I'll be
We
good.
get mad EBT cards. We get mad.
all the way up.
No, but think about it. You make this big elaborate wedding and you spent all this money and you putting yourself out there on blast. Boom, this is the greatest thing, right, bud? The best wedding ever, and you spent
4 months later.
4 months later, the whole thing come
Y'all
crashing down.
break up because of the wedding.
On blast. Damn, dude, you done spent all that money.
Y'all getting divorced because of the wedding. My mama sit all the way in the back. My mama had to sit in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it simple, man.
Did you think it's okay to invite exes to a wedding?
Yeah, it
you know
depends
what?
if you both decide on it.
Enjoy the show, B.
I heard you talking your conversation earlier, and you said like a spouse lost his wife.
Yeah.
And
2 years later.
2 years he married. Is it okay to invite the in-laws? Absolutely. You know what? Just because you lost your spouse, your in-laws don't stop being family.
Right, they extend the family.
Especially, you got grandchildren together, you got your children. They're a part of your life. They're an extension of you.
It depends on what kind of grandchildren.
Absolutely.
Everybody certain one.
That's a rowdy ass parent.
You know what?
I ain't like that bitch anyway.
I was gonna say, especially if they will welcome your new partner and give you that blessing. Come on, what's wrong with that?
It all depends.
That makes you rich again.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
That we go back communication.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Communication.
With that being said, man, we're going to conclude this episode, our Valentine's Day episode. I'm
So
so happy.
on the Chopp Shop?
Louis got. He should have bought his trumpet. He got some real trumpetry trumpet.
Give him a Lovebirds. Give him that Twin Flame joint.
Oh, okay. I'll do one first. I actually wrote this for my girl like something.
Okay.
It's called Twin Flame. A Twin Flame is basically like a soulmate and shit, but they call it Twin Flame.
Lifetime.
What you know about that?
What?
Twin soul.
Tell them how you got that.
Story about this. I was, I was a soldier. I was in Iraq.
Yeah.
04 to 05. And her ringtone on her phone was one of my favorite artists, Gilberto Santa Rosa. And one of the songs is Alma Gemela, twin soul.
Yeah.
So I would call her when I was in Iraq, and when I wouldn't reach her and it went to answering machine, I would hear the ringtone Alma Gemela.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I hope everything's okay back home, everything. And when I came back on our anniversary, it was like
it was the day before I got married.
Yes. I was down there with Sky, without a problem, went down to a tattoo parlor, and I got the tattoo named Twin Souls, Maria Lewis.
Yeah.
And I got that. And I didn't tell about it,
We told the ladies we was going on a beer run. And then we went to 3 different tattoo parlors, and nobody wanted us. Because it was like a Friday night. Everybody was trying to go home. You know what I mean? So one of the Boricua dudes on Broad was like, yo, go see my man over here. So we went. We took mad long, and I was nervous because I was getting ready to get married the next day.
Yeah.
So I invited Pops over. I got him his favorite Cuddy sock and brought 2. I tried to get some expensive cigars, but I ain't had it like that. So I had 2 Garcia Vegas in the glass. The presentation. The presentation looked right. So we sat down there and smoked some cigars and fucking drank some whiskey. And then he thought of it and he was like, yo, let's take a ride. And he went and got that done. So we got back. My mom's tapping his chest like, Poppy, where you been? He's like,
he thought it was trying to get me to spill the beans because the next day was our anniversary and I wanted to surprise her with the tattoo.
What is your guys' anniversary?
October 10th.
October 10th.
And that's the same day I got married. I got married on the day they got married.
And anyway, my granddaughter knew I had it done. She said, "So, Grandpa."
Shout out to Nene and Dede.
But the next day, we lie on the bed. She laying on me and they pulled her on. I'm like, I'm thinking a little extra. Poppy, you hurt yourself. I said, this.
I did.
Ripped it off and she saw the tattoo.
You know what she shut it down. She's the lately.
They gotta ask. Who was the first one to say I love you?
Wow.
That's a
Good question.
Whoa. You're asking too much.
I did.
That's a heavy question.
We were talking about cheating.
Yeah, that's you gotta go unfold that strange
Now it went too far.
That's locked in the basement of the bag.
I think that was a long time ago. Who actually said it
I
first?
did, but that's because I loved you from
Sight.
way before you thought I was going to be with you.
Since you commented on her ripples in her diapers.
And I don't
Ruffle diapers.
regret it. I don't regret it.
You're right. It was you.
That's
He's looking at me with this.
I'm like, this shit don't exist.
Nobody in my city believed it until everybody seen it.
This don't exist.
You're
I love when they're back.
You can't smile with that much. You're doing it, son. We did Twin Flame on verse.
I'm gonna do the verse real quick.
Okay.
I think I seen her in my dreams. Now there's nothing in between me and her, but air in the stream of energy into me like a nerd in a book.
Yep.
I recognized her face when she gave me that look.
Sure.
And then I saw us collide like a theory Big Bang. That's when I realized we was one and the same. Twin names, so plate, toothbrush, Colgate, feel like I know this is away from the gate. We connect like the internet, yet to talk to one another. I don't have to wonder what's next. Let the universe take its course. Kids in college, I see the stars in their eyes because all astrologic. I said, beg your pardon, there's a light where you stand. And I can see it over illuminate from your hand. Woo! This is counting more than faith than chance. And when you stand next to me, I feel my senses in hand. At a glance, take a chance, not a gambling man. Take the hand that we dealt and play the cards how they land. Better play.
Stop yelling in the background.
Somebody's getting in this night.
I just want to say,
I want some action tonight.
You guys have any final words you want to say about?
One last thing I want to leave, our audience with. Not everything is recycled. Not everything is for me. Some things are worth saving. Take it from there.
That being said, we see you next Thursday.
Chopp Shop Radio.